The art style of Bleach has my favorite art style of any manga of all time. I'm more of a fan of how Bleach looks later on, but I like the roughness of how each of the characters look. Every character was extremely angular and the characters were a lot more expressive in their facial expressions. But I'm gonna be honest, some niggas looked a little weird though. Kenpachi in the previous art style looked like a fucking ghoul, and Byakuya just, I don't know what this is. As you go on later in Bleach, it has a much more refined art style. I think it fits the characters and the tone of the series a lot more, especially since it goes in the more serious direction. It still keeps some of the roughness from the old art style, but it's much cleaner and not used as much. I know a lot of people will say that for some reason Kubo can't draw backgrounds, but the lack of backgrounds is not because Kubo can't draw, because he has done so in Bleach several times, but it's more to focus on the characters and their actions. It makes the fights and their movements a lot more clear, and you focus more on the detail of the characters because your eyes are immediately drawn to where the characters are drawn on the page. I love the cross-hatching shading style, the harsh black and white contrast, and the cross-hatching. At times when you're reading through it, it even gives up the vibe that you're looking through an artist's sketchbook. The art style in Bleach to me feels like a super refined, very clean sketch. I feel like this is really only the case in black and white though, and I'm a big fan of when colors are used extremely creatively, but the coloring in Bleach just feels a bit basic to me. In my opinion, I feel like flat shading or cell shading would have worked better than the highly detailed gradients sometimes, because it takes away from some of the detail of the original art style. I know many people have their criticisms with Bleach's art style, but for me, the way it's done and execution of using negative space very well makes it one of my favorite art styles of all time.